Good afternoon, friends, and welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium for our final semifinal matchup as the North Stars and Lumberjacks are set to square off here for a chance to play the Bombers for the PSCL title tonight at 7 o'clock. Jarrett Heilman on the hill here today as his first pitch runs up and in. We are started 53 minutes late because the first ball game we had was a riot. 1 ball and no strikes. This is Dylan Baker leading it off for the North Stars. It's 101 degrees and sunny here at game's first pitch. Next one misses as well. 2-0. Dylan Baker, Josh Payton, Kyle Sakin here in the first inning for the Blue Tops and Blue Sox. But the North Stars tight, and it's 3-0. In case you missed game one, Haymakers Bombers was one heck of a ride. Walk-off winner for Vinny Alfino and the Bombers to send them to the final game tonight. Ground ball sharply foul on 3-0. Jared Heilman making his 7th appearance of the year. He made 3 starts thus far out of Mercyhurst, 6'2", 190. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Man, he's been good as of late.
Coming off of a save, 2 innings of work with 1 hit. No runs across. Find it to fill it. Struck out 2 in that outing against the Grizzly back yesterday. Picked up the save. To be his 2nd playoff appearance. Kick and deal the 3-2. Grounded sharply to third. Bordas handles. Ball scooped by Jackson Millett. There's 1 away here to open up the ballgame.
Take a look at the leather for the Jacks out in the field right now with their green tops. Left to right in the outfield, Josh Hernandez is in left, Isaiah Alvarez in center, Arthur Soto in right. Third to first on the infield, Bailey Bordas at third, Jacob McCaskey at short, Vinny Michelier at second, Jackson Millett at first, and Jacob Martin behind the dish.
So 1 out for Josh Payton now. Sends it out of play. Josh Payton followed by Kyle Sakin. Anything further goes Spencer Dickinson, Derek LaFerriere, and Eric Kelly. Then the bottom of the third reads David Ryan, Christian Gabriel, and Alex Light. It's a 1-1 count here on Josh Payton. Both teams electing to go 9 aside. 1-1. Little looper to left center field for the first hit of the afternoon. Josh Payton aboard at first.
North Stars offense has to show up today. They weren't able to do it until late, until the top of the 9th against the Rush yesterday. Ended up winning that game 6-2 after going to extra innings.
Yeah, a lot of them. I was on the turf field. They returned to the diamond over here. The real stuff. Kyle Sakin now up. Just underway from Palm Springs Stadium without a score. We're in the top of the first. That hit him in the hand. First and second here. Brings up Spencer Dickinson. That's the 2nd time in these playoffs that Kyle Sakin's been hit by a pitch.
Shame.
Hey, he'll take it. On base percentage goes up. Spencer Dickinson, 2 for his last 6. It's back-to-back ball games as he'll take one down and in 1-0. Both of those hits doubles. He's driven in 3 runs in this playoff run. Bats with first and second and 1 out. Daylight play on. It ricochets off the bottom side and into left field. That's got to feel good.
Always.
Uh-huh. Who doesn't love a good bruise on the tailbone? 1-0 pitch. Dickinson takes one, dropping in for a strike. 1-1. Spencer Dickinson, 5'10", 200 out of the College of the Desert. One of those local kids. Check swing and went. 1-2. Man, it didn't look like much there on the swing, or lack thereof. One and two. Heilman looking for his first punch out. That took a wild hop, and everybody's moving up. And that hit right off the right knee of the catcher, Jacob Martin. The wildest of pitches to put him on second and third. Two balls and two strikes. Infield back here in the first inning. 2-2. Poked out to center field for a base hit and will bring home a run. One run across here as touching home is Josh Payton. It's 1-0 North Stars.
Good approach there by Spencer Dickinson with two strikes. Just finding a pitch that you can put the bat on, not doing too much with it. If that's a sac fly or an attempt at a sac fly, that's probably a play that Isaiah Alvarez can make to hold the runner at third.
Derek LaFerriere, the catcher, now up with men on the corners and only one out. Sammy had mentioned North Stars got to come out swinging today. Already have. This one roped to left off the bat of LaFerriere, and it's 2-0. That pitch up and out over the plate. BP fastball, 2-0. Third hit of the inning, all singles.
That's usually how they have to do it. But the guy up to bat right now leads the team in homers with 2.
Brings up Eric Kelly, the designated hitter, out of the 6th spot. Tag the Lumberjacks early. Still one out, looking for a ground ball here. 1-0.
And there's your daily dose of siren.
Yeah. Wouldn't be one last PSCL day without at least one more. One ball, no strikes. Smack back up the middle and into center field from Kelly. They will wave around Dickinson and then put on the brakes. Base is loaded here with still just one out. 4th single of the frame.
Love this for the North Stars. Take it to the 1 seed as early as you can.
Don't let off the gas now.
Vroom.
For whatever reason this summer, the North Stars have been the Lumberjacks' Achilles heel. Their only 2 losses of the year because of them. Or scratch it, 2 of the 3, to be more correct. In for a strike on David Ryan. Lost to them on June the 21st, 5-4 at the turf field. That was part of the first of back-to-backs. They lost to the Coyotes the next day, and then went on a tear before losing to them on July the 8th, 11-4. Nice stop by Jacob Martin. Runners everywhere. Dickinson at third, LaFerriere at second, Kelly at first, all on singles.
The North Stars are going with the same formula they used to beat the Lumberjacks last time they matched up. Connor Robinson on the mound.
1-1. Bring it back in for a strike, 1-2. World of trouble right now for the Jacks. They have to get warming already. Time is called. Austin McKinney is playing catch in the bullpen. One, two. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him with a slider. First strikeout for Jarrett Heilman. There's 2 away.
That's something we don't see guys do enough. Bury the slider down in the dirt on the plate. Make sure guys are having to read vertically, because when you start going horizontal and you're already missing pitches, sometimes those fastballs are given too much of a read for guys to even offer.
Breaks up a strand of 5 straight to reach. Brings up Christian Gabriel as the 8th batter of the inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs and 2 runs home. On the edge for a strike, 0-1. Lumberjacks haven't come to the plate yet, staring up at a pair. Could be more here if Christian Gabriel comes through. The 0-1. Flipped out of play, heads up in the bleachers. The balls are 2 strikes. Looking to get him right here. Leave the bases juiced. Heilman back with it. Back to the slider, but over the plate. It's flipped down the first base line. A diving effort from Millett comes up short.
We haven't mentioned enough how good of a first base Jackson Millett plays. He's got a good handle on everything that comes past over there. Good ability to scoop the ball on errant throws, good ability to make it into foul territory, and plays a really solid position in the field.
Almost came up with a highlight reel grab. Still 2 strikes on Christian Gabriel, the right fielder, out of the 8th spot. Two-strike pitch. Got him looking with a slider that broke and slid across the horizontal plane. That'll finish off the frame. 4 hits in the inning. They scored twice and take an early advantage before the Lumberjacks can even come to the plate. Let's go to the bottom of 1. Jacob McCaskey will look to be the first step in a short climb back, trailing 2-0, facing off with Connor Robinson here today. Jacob McCaskey, Drake Bicknell, and Isaiah Alvarez. Trailing 2-0. First pitch from Robertson finds the strike zone, and it's 0-1. Connor Robinson has made 4 starts this year. Last saw him against these Lumberjacks on July the 8th. Sent out a play. He went 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, all earned on 8 hits, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Those 8 strikeouts were a season high.
And the last 6 he pitched were scoreless. He gave up those 4 runs in the first.
That's correct. Upstairs, 1-2. So they have their work cut out for him. Connor Robinson out of Gavilan Community College, 6 foot 165. 1-2 lifted, lofted towards shallow center. Light racing in now to make the grab. By the way, scout that college out in Santa Clara County. And it's Gavilan, I beg your pardon. Drake Bicknell to the plate. 1 out and a 1-0 or a 2-0 deficit here as we continue in the bottom of the first. We'll set the defense for you momentarily. Telling the next batter up, Isaiah Alvarez, he has to move back. All right.
Can do. Don't pull a Beltray.
Just move the on-deck circle. Inner strike, 0-1.
Going to be hard here on deck circles, just to circle the dirt.
Yeah, just
get yourself a shovel.
Whatever's been dead by the cavalcade of cleats. Flip out to right center field. Angling back now to make the grab is Alex Light. Break out the circus music. There's 2 down.
Man, he's so solid in center. Back can catch up. He is a very good piece of this North Stars team.
Isaiah Alvarez now defensively for the North Stars.
Left to right in the outfield for the Stars. David Ryan is in left. Just saw Alex Light make 2 grabs in center. Christian Gabriel in right. Third to first on the infield. Spencer Dickinson at the hot corner. Dylan Baker at short. Turning it up the middle with Josh Payton at second. Kyle Sakin is at first, and Derek LaFerriere behind the plate.
First pitch to Alvarez will be sent to the trees. It's 0-1.
Get out, ball. You're in a better place now.
Went up to a farm upstate.
Went to the big
farm in the sky. 0-1 now. Rocket fire. Foul tip. 0-2. Kind of rushed the delivery that time around. Normally you got to pay for extra. Oh, 2. Just outside. Good spot to miss. Connor Robinson pitching with a purpose right now. You can see him.
See the cloud of dust he keeps leaving behind?
Yeah. Pitching with a purpose. Give me the ball. I'm ready to go.
He barely ever steps off the rubber.
That one falls further. 2-2. Guy that doesn't turn around to walk back to the mound. Backtracks.
Laser focus.
Never takes his eye off of his catcher, LaFerriere. That's 3 straight to dip further and further away. Full count. Love nothing more than a shutdown frame here in the first after getting up 2-0.
I would try elevating the fastball here. That's
Probably.
Isaiah's weak pitch.
Payoff came way inside. So 4 straight out of the zone after an 0-2 count. Puts a runner aboard to continue the inning. Jackson Millett now. Jackson Millett, 12 games played and a .381 average. That's 8 hits and 21 tries. He walked 13 times this season.
Second in the league.
Swing and a miss. Leads the team. Behind him, Elvis Farina with 10, the only other Lumberjack in double digits. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes. Pitch down and in for a strike. Throw down sails a little bit. And Isaiah Alvarez swipes second. But it's 0-2.
That was some hang time for Josh Payton. Quite honestly, if he had the hops like I did, he might have made the tag. We kind of hit the double jump.
Isaiah Alvarez, by the way, that's his 12th stolen base in 13 tries. Puts himself in scoring position with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Back to Millett. See ya. Called strike 3 right at the letters, and that'll finish off the inning. So he did lose. Alvarez got to second, but nothing else. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left in scoring position. One complete to the second, 2-0 North Stars. The North Stars sent 8 to the plate in the first inning, but stranded the bases loaded, came away with 2 runs, and the only guy that didn't bat was Alex Light. He'll lead off the second with his team up by a pair. 0-1.
And he made a pair of great catches in center field in the bottom of the first.
Breaky ball for a strike. Heilman starts him out quickly, 0-2. He's struck out the last 2 batters he saw in the first inning. Got him swinging. That's 3 straight for Heilman. It looks like he's back on a roll. Top of the order, Dylan Baker.
Just like butter.
I wasn't hitting you, Sam. You had a fly.
Sure did.
That fly that's been pestering us all summer. 0-1 on Baker. He grounded out last time up.
You wish you got him.
I really do. That fly has been thorn in my side. 1-1.
You just tuning into the broadcast.
Yeah.
Fly on the wall.
Biggest fan. Ball skips for a 2-1 count. Dylan Baker followed by Josh Payton thereafter. Long pause in between pitches here. Backed him away. It's 3-1. Well, walks issued by Heilman in that 8-batter first. He did hit a batter, however. Scorched towards third, and it hits off a rock into left field. Dylan Baker aboard with a Mother Nature assisted single.
Billy Bordas is trying to find that rock.
Yeah, get that thing out of here.
moth in here.
Welcome back to the Nature Hour.
Yeah. It was actually a
Bug edition.
A brown speckled.
Yeah. Monarca.
They're actually native to Southern California.
We actually do get a lot of moths out here. One out runner at first base. Josh Payton singled and scored in the first inning against Heilman. He'd like to do the same again. Takes him down for a strike. Ooh, a little generous there. 0-1. One and one now. Alongside Sam Walters, I'm Steve Granado. Glad you're joining us here today. Beautiful day here in Palm Springs, California. What else is new? Off the plate, 2-1. Was it also 2-1 on Baker?
No.
No? Why can't I remember anything?
We have a scoreboard today.
I know, but I'm trying to remember back.
It was 3-1.
It was 3. Well, I mean, not. I mean, it got to a 2-1 count. What I'm trying to say is that's back-to-back 2-1 counts. That's what I'm getting at, Sam.
Then yes.
Yes. But now I know for context if he misses right here. That's why I have you, Sam. You're there for those reasons.
That's reassuring.
Nothing else. Just that. Take this opportunity to throw to first.
I am Count Dooku. Count Chocula.
Do it.
It's a 2-1 count.
Oh, there you go. Different count. Two-one pitch. Skied out to right center. It'll be the right fielder Arthur Soto taking charge for the second out. Did you know that Count Chocula has a first name?
Is it Norval?
It's something like that. Alfred. Count Chocula's first name is Alfred.
They did him so dirty.
Alfred Chocula. Just in case you were wondering, Sam.
Oh, I wasn't, but now I'm glad I did.
Kyle Sakin swings first pitch, bounces it past a diving Bordas at third. It's his first hit of the day. North Stars are swinging it today. That's their sixth. Does Frankenberry have a name?
Does Toucan Sam have a last name? Toucan Sam Walters, maybe?
Does the captain,
Mr.
does he have a first name?
Bartholomew Crunch.
Well, don't bust rank on him. You can't call him by that. He'd have to be Captain Bartholomew.
I'm sorry. He earned his stripes.
No misters around here.
He earned the rank of captain.
Sure did. Crunchitized me. Spencer Dickinson, an RBI single. First pitch to him is a strike. Frankenberry does not have a first name. Just Alfred Chocula.
You're saying his name isn't Boo? Are you just denying?
Boo isn't his name. Because there is a Boo Berry.
His name could be Boo.
That would mess up the brand. Swing and a miss here. Dickinson way out in front of the breaking ball. It's 0-2. 2-0. North Stars leading it. We're in the top, the top of the second. Closing in on 12:30 on this Wednesday afternoon. Don't forget, winner of this one plays the Bombers tonight at 7:05 for the PSCL title. 0-2 on Dickinson. Got him looking. Couple of strikeouts here in the frame for Jarrett Heilman, and he spits around a couple of singles. We go to the bottom of 2. Still 2-zip Stars. It's a 2-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Connor Robinson back out to the hill to face off with Josh Hernandez as we begin the frame. First pitch poked out on the right side. They're going to have to cover. Kyle Sakin is there, and he gets the PFP rolling here with Connor Robinson one away. It's a good way to start your second inning. Vinny Bichelier, second baseman at the plate. Takes a strike on the outside edge. That's what's been working for Robinson right now, is just getting that first pitch strike.
Seems to work for everybody.
Yeah, that'll do. Didn't get the second pitch.
What's Donkey's last name?
Okay, we're not going to do this. Donkey Rock. 1-1 out to right field. Shallow at that. Here comes Gabriel for the running catch. 2 down. And we're not going to run the gamut on all names now.
What's Beyonce's last name?
Knowles.
How about Adele?
Fire. I don't know everybody's names, Sam. I do know who this is. Arthur Soto. He takes a strike, 0-1. Arthur Soto is the right fielder trying to be the second base runner. Robinson has held the Lumberjacks without a hit. And that'll be another fly ball to right. Moving back is Gabriel towards the alleyway, and he'll haul it in for a 1-2-3 second. Lumberjacks offense has been stifled here in the early going. We go to the third. It's 2-0 North Stars. Not much to speak of for the Lumberjacks offense. Just one base runner, no runs, no hits, no errors. We send it here at the top of the third. The North Stars with 2 runs on 6 hits already. They have not made a mistake in the field either. It'll be Derek LaFerriere to lead things off as we go to the top of the third to take you through the next 3. Here's Sam Walters.
Can do. So here's LaFerriere working against Heilman to open up the third. Be 5, 6, and 7 in the order due up for the Stars. LaFerriere takes one for a strike. So after allowing those 2 runs back in the first, Heilman gave up a single but worked clean through the second. Extra leg kick added to the windup, and the pitch misses low. One sweeps off the plate. Ferrier, Kelly, and Ryan due up. Stars are the 5 seed, working against the 1 seed Lumberjacks. Strike called, 2-2. Winner of this matchup plays the Bombers tonight here in this stadium at 7:05. Man, what a game the Bombers just had. Walk-off winners in the semifinal. Swung on and missed by LaFerriere. 5th strikeout already for Jarrett Heilman. That game tied 6-6 heading into the bottom of the 7th. And Mason Daniels with a 2-out single to get on board. And a walk-off double for Vinny Alfino into that game. If you were there for the end of that one, sticking around for this one, we thank you. First pitch in there for a strike to Eric Kelly. We're making leaps and bounds towards the end of the PSCL season. Fouled off, 0-2. When the playoffs end tonight, there will still be one more chance to see some PSCL action. PSCL will have a showcase game against the Power one more time on Friday night. Swung on and missed by Eric Kelly. 6th strikeout, 3rd in a row for Jarrett Heilman. This may be the part of the game we see both him and Connor Robinson settle in. That game on Friday will be a lot of local kids, whoever's left in town after we clean up things tomorrow. And we'll wrap up the Power season Friday and Saturday. First pitch breaking ball misses high and tight to David Ryan. The Power will take the night off tonight with the championship game in the stadium. Another one swung on and missed, 1-1. No one can touch Jarrett Heilman's curveball. It's 1-2. Time is called right as soon as the windup started. David Ryan trying to slow down Jarrett Heilman's pace. He has started zooming through at bats. Waste no time, a 1-2, called strike 3. David Ryan became a bystander on a fastball right at the heart of the plate. 3 sat down. He strikes out the side and opened up the top of the 3rd. We head to the bottom. The Lumberjacks need to get in there. They're looking for their first hit and their first run. It's 2-0 Stars. Full speed ahead to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 Stars. Connor Robinson gets a swing and a miss from Jacob Martin at the plate for the first time. Connor Robinson has worked to 1 over the minimum. He walked Isaiah Alvarez with 2 outs in the first. Worked a 1-2-3 in the second. In there for a strike, it's 0-2. It's 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Lumberjacks. Martin, Bordas, and then McCaskey. Went high with the fastball. Haymakers couldn't quite pull off the upset earlier today. The 5 seed North Stars are doing it right now to the Lumberjacks. That one popped up out of play. One, two. Breaking ball got away. North Stars pitching has been doing really well in these playoffs. Nick Solferino went 6 2/3 yesterday in the winning effort over the Rush. Two from Robinson. Again, sent back foul. Time called. Jacob Martin trying to slow down Connor Robinson. Might see a bit of that because both he and Jarrett Heilman are trying to blaze through these innings. Two. Swung on and missed. Off speed sits down Jacob Martin. Second strikeout for Connor Robinson. I think we're about to see a real pitcher's duel from here on out. Here's Bailey Bordas. Third baseman, 9th in the lineup for the Lumberjacks, up at the plate for the first time. He takes one high. We've seen this North Stars defense really show off at points. Foul tipped into the mitt. Dylan Baker, namely. We've already seen Alex Light do his thing in center. A bit low and outside. But Kyle Sakin solid with the glove at first. Spencer Dickinson fields third base well. And swung on a miss, tied him up inside. Another 2-2 count with one out. From the windup, the kick and deal. Ran inside and hit off the end of the bat. Tough break for Bailey. Not that you want it to hit you in the hands, but something to break up Connor Robinson's mojo right now. Another 2-2. That one sent down the right side, foul. Due up after Bordas is Jacob McCaskey. Two-two pitch. Chop down the third baseline, foul.
Talked about the defense today here, Sam, for the North Stars. They haven't really needed to show it off yet.
Nope. There has been one out made in the infield, and it was a tapper down the first baseline.
Yeah, with 3-1.
Good battle here. Another 2-2 pitch from Robinson. This is high. Three-two pitch. Swung on and missed by Bordas.
That's the second time I've seen that rush delivery from Connor Robinson. Both of them resulted in strikes.
Just throws off batters, and Bailey Bordas not happy.
You know, when guys do kind of that rush delivery, what can happen a lot for a pitcher is you stop thinking about your mechanics, stop thinking about your release point, stop thinking about your finish, and you just throw the ball. Let your muscle memory take over.
Misses high.
So to have that in your back pocket. You'll take that as part of your little Swiss Army knife for the day.
We've seen that work better when matched with a fastball. When guys try to do the quick pitch, that one line over the jumping glove of Dylan Baker at short and into left field for the first hit of the ball game for the Jacks.
I think Baker actually went over the top of that ball.
It looked like it might have sailed either right next to or right under his glove. Either way, big ups.
But yes, to your point, you rush that delivery with a breaking ball, you can very easily let your shoulder slip and not finish that pitch.
So McCaskey on board with 2 outs. First base knock of the game for the Jacks. Drake Bignell in the right-hand batter's box.
Just a second base runner.
He fouls the first pitch out of play.
The only other one was Isaiah Alvarez, who walked in the first with 2 outs. So both base runners coming with 2 outs.
Robinson looking to finish another one strong. His team is up 2-0. Nearly made him go around. They say he didn't go. One, McCaskey's going. Grounded to third. Spencer Dickinson has it in the pocket. Throw over to first. That'll end the bottom of the third. Lumberjacks get their first hit on a rocket single by Jacob McCaskey, but still nothing doing here. They're down 2-0 to the Stars. Top 4, Stars up 2-0. First pitch to Christian Gabriel is lined out to left field for a base hit. Well, before I was so rudely interrupted by the Stars offense getting back on board. The Stars scored 2 in the top of the first. It's gone scoreless since then. Jarrett Howman for the Jacks and Connor Robinson working quickly through the second and the third innings. Only gave up 2 total base runners, both singles. In there for a strike to Alex Light. Jarrett Howman currently up to 7 strikeouts on the day. The next pitch is lined on the left field line, foul. Alex Light struck out his first time up.
Lumberjacks have Martine Neal first up in the bullpen, beginning to play catch.
Martine pitched an inning yesterday. That one up the middle, diving. McCaskey! Diving attempt, and they got him at first.
Play of the year.
Jacob McCaskey just robbed Alex Light of a hit up the middle. Diving stop to his left and the double play at first.
Save that one, Jacob McCaskey. Might throw that on the Twitter sphere a little bit later.
What an insane range up the middle. That one was pretty solidly lined straight through right past the base. And McCaskey, from right about where he is now, made that grab. So in one fail swoop, there are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. That one into center field. Easily handleable for Isaiah Alvarez. North Stars go quietly after the double play. An insane turn by Jacob McCaskey. Not only robbing Alex Light of a hit, but robbing Christian Gabriel of a base running. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 2-0 Stars. A hot shot robbery up the middle by Jacob McCaskey. Keeps the North Stars quiet in the top of the 4th.
See if that gives the Lumberjacks a little momentum offensively here.
He made a great diving stop on a double play turn yesterday. That one a ground ball. Isaiah takes one for a ball. That one gave them some momentum for the game against the Grizzly. We'll see how things change with 3, 4, 5 due up for the Lumberjacks. 1-1 to Isaiah Alvarez. That 6-4-3 double play was turned in the top of the 1st yesterday versus the Grizzly. Bit inside to Alvarez. Connor Robinson has 3 strikeouts so far.
It hasn't been blowaway stuff today for Connor Robinson. It's just been that soft contact.
Swung on and missed. Even the count 2-2 to Alvarez. Alvarez takes time out of the box, trying to slow down Connor Robinson. 2-2 pitch, able to get a piece of it. Pitch upstairs. It's Alvarez, Millet, and Hernandez due up for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the fourth. They have one hit provided by Jacob McCaskey so far. Otherwise, all quiet. Full count pitch. Foul back. Isaiah Alvarez has had the two best at-bats of the day for the Lumberjacks so far. He earned a walk last time up on a full count pitch, and he draws it payoff here. Three-two. In the air, barely popped. Shallow outfield, there's a collision. The catch was made by Josh Payton, and it looks like he and Dylan Baker are okay. Both of them converged on that shallow pop-up. But it looks like Dylan Baker's shaken up. He's back up and saying he's fine. But man, both of them ran into each other like a freight train going for that ball.
Well, you know, when there's a play that is such a shallow pop and you're running at full speed, it's very easy to forget to call the ball.
Yeah.
So you're both going at full speed, both trying to get to it. There's not a ton of time to communicate in that situation. And luckily, everybody's going to walk away okay. With one heck of a grab, mind you, by Josh Payton.
Yeah. First pitch misses outside to Jackson Millet. Payton made that catch in shallow center about a half a second before Dylan Baker came ranging in. That one grounded sharply to third. Spencer Dickinson across the diamond. Second out here in the bottom of the fourth.
On that, we obviously don't have these numbers, but for Isaiah Alvarez on that little pop, I mean, I put that hit probability around 75, 80%.
Yeah. Hung up in the air just long enough for both middle infielders to converge. 2 outs for Josh Hernandez. He watches one in there for a strike. Well, that's what we've mentioned about the North Stars defense. They can find just about anything. One on the outside corner for a strike. Connor Robinson 1 pitch away from working 4 scoreless.
Just one base runner allowed the last 9.
The 1-2 pitch. That one is grounded to second. Sliding over is Josh Payton. The throw is high, but Kyle Sakin able to save it, tags the bag. And that'll end the bottom of the fourth.
That's such a dangerous play for Sakin, who has to come down on the edge of that square. Almost rolled his ankle, but man, what a play there for Sakin to save the inning.
Everyone on this North Stars infield so sure-handed. They send it to the top of the fifth. They still lead the Lumberjacks 2-0. Seen some slick grabs on both sides of this game. It's 2-0 Stars in the top of the fifth. Josh Payton, who made the nice pop-up catch in the bottom of the fourth, is up to bat. Still working against Jarrett Heilman from the Jacks. 0-1 pitch cruises in the dirt. 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors for the North Stars. They've held, Connor Robinson has held the Jacks to no runs and 1 hit thus far. Swung on and missed by Payton is 1-2.
Sam, what's the key to this game so far? Why has this gone the way it has?
Pace.
Well, why has that pace been set?
Is there an answer you're looking for?
Yes.
That one lined back up the middle for a base hit for Josh Payton.
Look at your scorecard.
First pitch strikes.
First pitch strikes. And staying ahead, most notably. Might be the end of the line for Jarrett Heilman. It looks like it is. I mean, considering how this ball game started for him with 8 faced in the first, what a job done.
And what could likely be his last appearance in the PSCL. More than likely, Jarrett Heilman has made his last appearance on the mound in 2021 here in Palm Springs. He gives a hug to the infielders, fist bump to Sam DiMatteo as head coach, and they're turned to the bullpen here in the top of the fifth. 1 batter faced, but 4 scoreless, or four innings of work from Jarrett Heilman. He's given up 2 runs. His team down. He's on the hook for the loss. We saw Martin Neal yesterday versus the Grizzly. Ended up going 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit and a hit by pitch. Struck out 1 in a scoreless outing. He's on now with the runner aboard and no outs here in the top of the fifth. Taking over for Jarrett Heilman. His first pitch misses high to Kyle Sagan.
Line right now for Jarrett Heilman reads 4 innings plus 1 batter, 8 hits, 2 earned runs. Could change with the runner at first. No walks, a hit batter, 7 strikeouts.
1-0, Sagan fouls it out of play. So all things considered, Jarrett Heilman with a solid outing.
Yeah, no
Give it
kidding.
those 2 runs on a string of hits. The 1 hit by pitch sandwiched in the middle.
He should feel very happy with this outing today.
Especially pitching on short rest.
Might not feel it right now, but his team can provide him with a little offense. Changes everything.
1-1 to Sagan. Bit high.
Jacob Martin kind of gave up on that pitch.
Martin Neal, 5'10", 156 out of Harvard Community College. Making his 9th appearance this season. Aimed the fastball and it missed downstairs. Stars holding on to a 2-run lead. Pitch to Sagan in there for a strike. It fills up the count.
It's only a handful of full counts, if that.
So far, I can tell you on the North Stars side, that's only the second that they've seen, and the last one came to the first batter of the game, Dylan Baker.
He ended up grounding out.
Hot shot, flying all the way out of play on the right side. One on and no out. Payoff. Outside corner with the breaking ball, but missed just a bit. So Kyle Sakin walks. There's 2 runners on and no outs for Spencer Dickinson.
It's the best chance for the North Stars since, what, second inning?
It's better than their chance in the second inning at the moment. At that point, they had 2 outs. They're working with none here. Spencer Dickinson had an RBI single in the first and struck out in the second. First pitch was a bit outside.
Don't mind it going up there to Spencer Dickinson. Try and force his hands.
1-0 makes it past to the backstop. Sakin and Payton make it all the way to second and third.
Is that the new Hall & Oates?
Sakin and Payton. Payton, Sakin. Sakin, Payton.
Do, 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 do.
Or syncopate.
There you go.
2 balls and no strikes to Spencer Dickinson. Breaking ball just outside. Tough call.
Yeah, it is. 2-1 versus 3-0. Infield in here, there wouldn't be a worse thing in the world again with a walk to load them up.
3-0. That time he hits the spot. It's in there for a strike.
Yeah, 3-0 slider.
No get me overs. Not for Martin Neal. Another pitch, breaking ball, miss high.
Yeah. Where it landed looked like a strike, but where it crossed was upstairs. But back-to-back, 3-ball sliders there.
That'll draw a visit with the bases loaded and no outs.
So they do already have action in the bullpen. That's Austin McKinney.
He was warming once. Martin was scheduled to come in the first sign of trouble. The trouble they have here. Already trailing 2-0. The Jacks have the bases loaded and no outs. Payton at third, Sakin at second, and Dickinson at first now. The batter's going to be Derek LaFerriere. He had an RBI single in the first, struck out versus Heilman in the third. From the windup, the first pitch from Martin Neal missed outside.
Remember, there's nobody out.
Not a 1.
And you're looking at those Lumberjacks' potential to come back. They have 9 outs to play with. They got to hold it right here. It's a tough task.
1-0, good stop there by Jacob Martin.
And he's been tested in this inning.
With the bags loaded. Another one outside. Martin Neal.
If he loses the third straight, just go to McKinney. I mean, you can't afford to flirt with fire.
Now would be a good time to find the zone. It's 3-0. 4 straight miss. Martin Neal has walked Derek LaFerriere with the bases loaded, and it's 3-0 North Stars with no outs.
Yeah, you can't take any chances. They're going to go to the bullpen. That run charge to Jarrett Heilman, which ends his day.
Ends up being 3 runs, all 3 earned. They'll turn to the bullpen. Austin McKinney, the right-hander, is going to come in to relieve Martine Neal. Martine could potentially, if the Lumberjacks made a comeback, make an appearance later tonight. But they'll say goodbye for now. We'll say goodbye for now until McKinney is done warming up. It's 3-0 North Stars. Bags loaded, no outs. Austin McKinney's last time out was against these North Stars back on the 8th. He ended up going 2 2/3, giving up 3 runs, 3 earned. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, 2 hits.
That's a mixed bag, but you need him to step up right here with the bases loaded and nobody out. Can't let this game get out of control. Lumberjacks have lost 3 times this year, again, twice against the North Stars.
Eric Kelly due up. He fouls the first pitch off.
It was just for whatever reason, these North Stars, again, the Achilles heel.
Kryptonite. So 1 to Eric Kelly, the DH. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the first. Bases loaded. The 0-1. Missed inside.
Flip side for the North Stars. Don't change your approach whatsoever. You see something, jump on it.
Keep on chipping away. They're 3 arms into the bullpen. Another one fouled off by Kelly. It's 1-2.
A little sidestep for McKinney.
Doing whatever he can to throw hitters off balance. It's Sakin at third, Dickinson at second, LaFerriere at first. All 3 of them walked. All 3 allowed by Martine Neal. The 1-2 in the dirt.
Jacob Martin's really working behind there, huh?
He's had to. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to Kelly, misses downstairs.
There is no end in sight here. This is a nightmare for the Lumberjacks.
Payoff pitch. Missed high. 2 straight bases loaded walks that put the North Stars up 4-0.
One hit in this inning was a leadoff single.
This is a mess. David Ryan up to the plate. He fouls the first pitch back. We're in the same situation. It's still bases loaded and no outs.
Yeah, that's the problem. getting through batters, but it isn't doing anything. Just making the problem worse.
North Star's not even making productive outs. They're just productive right now. And there for a strike, it's 0-2.
Little Soto shuffle, you see that?
Yeah, gave it a little
little waggle.
Yeah. The 0-2 to David Ryan. Outside corner, tried it with the fastball, didn't get a call.
Finished that pitch low this time. That was too middle for an 0-2 pitch.
Tried again on the 1-2.
Shook off a few times there.
Swung on and missed.
That's the pitch he was looking for on 0-2.
Found the right sign and gets the first out here in the top of the fifth. First strikeout for McKinney brings up Christian Gabriel.
Took 6 batters, Sam.
5 straight reached, a leadoff single, and then 4 walks. Still not out of it yet, searching for a ground ball. That might be it. One hopped to McCaskey, flipped to second, back over to Millett, double play. So after loading the bases and then walking 2 in, Lumberjacks are able to get out of the jam with minimum damage. Bases loaded and no outs turns into a 4-0 lead for the North Stars, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Connor Robinson is not allowed a run to score in his last 10 innings of work. Both of those outings coming against the Lumberjacks. His team is up 4-0 here at PSCL semifinals. Winning team here plays the Bombers tonight in the stadium. He's working against Vinny Bachelier, who shows bunt but takes it for a strike. Bachelier, Soto, and Martin due up for the Jacks, searching for base runners. In there for a strike. Robinson has been doing this all day. If you just now joined us, he's allowed 2 base runners, 1 single and 1 walk against the #1 seeded Lumberjacks. They lost 3 games all year, 2 of them to the North Stars. And when fouled off, Bachelier stays alive. The last time they played the North Stars, it was Connor Robinson, keeping them at bay. North Stars hung on for a comeback win. Another 0-2. Bachelier holds off. Robinson from the windup is 1-2 outside. Bachelier flew out to right field his first time up, as did Arthur Soto, who's on deck. 2-2 pitch, try to put the fastball past him. Bachelier able to hang in there. An arm warming up in the bullpen for the Stars. I believe that's Nolan Maldonado.
Nolan Maldonado from the Toronto Rush.
A couple of new arms picked up on both sides. Teams being eliminated could always use some more pitching help, especially going into the deep stretch tonight. That one bounces in. It's a full count. Third full count drawn, and that's the third time, pardon, the second time that he's walked a Lumberjack on a full count. Leadoff base runner for the Jacks. Bachelier reaches. It'll be up to Arthur Soto to move him over or bring him in. Still only one hit on the day, the lone hit coming from Jacob McCaskey. That was back in the third inning.
2-out single.
And that one nearly found a glove as well.
Yeah, barely got out.
Arthur Soto rockets one down the left side and down for a base hit. Streaking around third is Vinny Bachelier. He's getting waved home. He'll come home to score on an RBI double for Arthur Soto. 4-1, Lumberjacks coming back in it.
Finally, something for the Jacks to speak about. They had been held so silent all day long. And it finally took Arthur Soto to wake the bats up. Looks like Nolan Maldonado starts throwing a little bit quicker now.
Jacob Martin's turn.
There you go. Attorneys General, Jacobs Martin.
Connors Robinson.
How big are those walks now?
Pretty big. Big pad. Martin shows bunt and pops it back. Top of this inning was the slowest that we've seen in quite a while. Top of the first lasted about 15 minutes. One foul back, it's 0-2 to Martin. Arthur Soto is the first runner in scoring position of the day since the top of the first. The 0-2 swung on and missed.
Great bounce back there for Connor Robinson.
Fourth strikeout of the day, gets the first out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Because that's what's been working for him, right? Filling up that strike zone. But painting.
He is not missing middle in.
Except for on Soto. Oh, even that was middle up.
Yeah. Bailey Borda swings through one. It's 0-1. Bottom of the lineup, 8 and 9, Martin and Bordas. So far 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Upstairs. One a bit outside. Soto standing at second. 2-1 from Robinson, misses outside. It was a walk that led off this inning. Swung on and missed. Another full count here for Robinson. Payoff to Bordas is swung on and missed. Every single time Connor Robinson has gotten into trouble, the bounce back is real. And that's his 5th strikeout, the 2nd out here.
By that way, that did snap a 10-inning scoreless streak against the Lumberjacks with that double from Arthur Soto. That's one heck of an accomplishment.
So far, he's been the Lumberjack killer. So is Jacob McCaskey with the runner on 2nd and 2 outs. Trying to further a rally. That one's sent out of play.
The way McCaskey just strolled to the plate. Looks confident right now.
I'll be confident too. He's kept his team in the game.
It's 80% of the battle.
Helped flip 2 double plays that have gotten them out of big jams.
Including one massive one. Maybe the play of the year.
The 0-1 to the shortstop. Up high. A look to Soto at 2nd, back to the plate. Hung in there on a low pitch and fouled it back. One ball and 2 strikes to McCaskey. The pitch, chased it way outside. 3 strikeouts in a row to cap off the bottom of the 5th for Connor Robinson. The Lumberjacks bats finally wake up. It's 4-1 still. Four runs on 8 hits and no errors so far for the North Stars. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors for the Lumberjacks. North Stars bats are due up here in the top of the 6th. Here to take you the rest of the way through the semifinal game, Steve Granado.
Thank you, Sam. Austin McKinney gets a first pitch foul ball out of Alex Light, who was a victim of theft his last time up, courtesy of the shortstop, Jacob McCaskey. Turned into a line drive double play. So he is 0 for 2 today. Austin McKinney, the 3rd pitcher, 2nd out of the pen. The 0-1 is in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike.
If you or a loved one has suffered at the hands of Jacob McCaskey, you're entitled to financial compensation.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
No, you are. That's true robbery.
1-1. 2-1. Oh, 1-2. Alex Light's going to take a walk after that. Yeah. Nothing like a little jaunt in the park. 1-2. Rang him up on the outside edge, and Alex Light didn't like any of those calls. Second strikeout for Austin McKinney. If you're Alex Light, you got to feel cheated today.
A bit.
Dylan Baker 1 for 3. First pitch floats for a strike. Lumberjacks have 6 outs to score at least 3 times. Oof. Way out in front. 0-2.
The swing was like Saturn's rings.
All the way around, 360. What do you do 0-2 here?
Another one.
That. See ya. Back-to-back Ks. 3 for McKinney. He's on fire. Like the fastball, by the way. So you're 0 for 1. Josh Payton's having a good day. 2 for 3, 2 singles, and 2 runs scored. That bunt try looked like he was taking a 100-mile-an-hour heater. That thing ricocheted in a hurry. 4-1, North Stars, top 7. Breaking ball for a strike. Top 6, I beg your pardon. Getting ahead of myself. Getting behind him. 1-2. Buried it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. When the Lumberjacks come to the plate in the 6th, it's going to be a big inning. They have to have it. Drake Bicknell, Isaiah Alvarez, Jackson Millett. Need them to step up. Not by much. 3-2. Austin. Second walk from Austin McKinney. Josh Payton has reached base 3 times today. Kyle Sakin now. He's reached base every time up. Hit by a pitch, walk, and a single. He scored twice. First pitch. Launched out to center field. Moving back is Alvarez at the track. It's off of the wall. It'll bring home another. And it'll be 3 bags for Kyle Sakin. He adds one on top. It's 5-1. That ball scorched. How's that for insurance?
You're not getting any younger, Kyle Sakin. Go ahead and get some life insurance on that one.
Spencer Dickinson will try and do the same thing. Dickinson does have an RBI hit today. He's 1 for 2. Want to know? These North Stars taking advantage. 2 out runs. Drawing walks, deep counts. Hitting mistakes. Fine defense. What else could you want? Out of play, 1-1. Just not giving him that corner right now. 2-1. Arm in the Jacks bullpen, playing catch. Right-hander loosening.
Kai Simons.
Breaking ball, check swing, down the line. 2-1 here. Dickinson pokes it to the screen once more, and the count is even here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 6th. North Stars leading this one by a 5-1 tally. Got that run back. They surrendered in the 5th. Trying to leapfrog ahead further. 2-2. Ooh, came back and hit him. Ouch. So likely, I'd imagine, be the final frame for Austin McKinney. Probably not the last batter, but at least the last frame. We'll face off with Derek LaFerriere, 1 for 2 with a single, RBI, and a walk. Single was a part of a 2-run first inning. He drove in Kyle Sakin, who stands at third. 1-0. Again, winner plays the Bombers tonight at 7:05. Crown at the end of the night. 1-0 off the end of the bat to second, and that will end the inning. Kyle Sakin sends one off the wall. An RBI triple gets the run back, and the Lumberjacks looking up at 4 with 6 outs to go. Five to 1 your score in favor of the North Stars as we head to the home half of the 6th. This is the part of the order that needs to get the job done here if you're the Lumberjacks, and as they try to salvage their season. Loser goes home a game early. Drake Bicknell will try and get the rally started here against one Connor Robinson, who is nearly untouchable today. 1 run on 2 hits. In for a strike, and that's the key to success today for Connor Robinson. That pitch right there. Number 1, 0-1. There's that quick wind-up. He spiked it that time, 1-1. Drake Bicknell, Isaiah Alvarez, Jackson Millen, 2, 3, and 4. Can't ask for much more if you are the Lumberjacks than having this part of the lineup do up with 6 outs to play with. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Out in front of it. 1-2. 6 strikeouts. 3 of them last inning. Breaking ball sat on and put in the air down the right field line. It's going to hang up for a sliding Christian Gabriel. One away. Isaiah Alvarez held quiet today. A walk, popped out to second.
Connor Robinson did himself such a huge favor by striking out Jacob McCaskey back in the 5th.
No kidding.
With a runner in scoring position.
Yep, at second. Off balance, 0-1.
Being able to mix up the first pitch, he's not going to the same thing or the same spot every time. It gives batters a new look, and that makes that fastball so much more dangerous. Guys are swinging and missing at it because they have no idea what's coming.
Well, the next level of that, Sam, is working with your catcher, Derek LaFerriere, to try and remember the sequence of pitches you had against that batter last time up. That's the next highest level. Ooh, man, a good breaking ball, but just inside, 1-1. That thing hit the slow-mo button. One, 2-1. That's twice he tried to rush it and bury it. That's 3 times. 3-1. Settle down. Don't get over amped here. It's going to get some rosin. It's a sweaty day. 104 out here. Slated to get to 110 today. Luckily, it staved off for a while. 3-1, floated shallow right. That's going to be tough for everybody. No chance. Bloop single for the 3rd hit of the day, and Austin Alvarez is aboard with 1 out.
Yeah, Isaiah makes those look really easy.
Caught him in on the hands there.
Yeah, being able to put the ball in play when you know that you're getting a pitch that is designed to beat you.
One out. The first pitch is going to be downstairs and in. 1-0. This is Jackson Millett. He's made outs twice today. Once on a ground out, once on a strikeout. It was looking. Connor Robinson potentially going the distance today. 1-0 is near the hands. 2 balls and no strikes. Lumberjacks just looking for any signs of life right now. Two and 0 the count.
This North Star staff have been a bunch of marathon runners since the beginning of the season. We saw Nick Zolfarino go a complete game in the first outing of the year.
Fall behind 3-0. They're going to start stretching down in the bullpen, but no rush. Still up 4. Runner bluffs 3-0, a strike. 3-1. Just 2 walks issued today. Can make that 3. Little bit of life for the Lumberjacks here with the 5-hitter Josh Hernandez coming up. They're going to go chat with Connor Robinson. Sam, what's the conversation?
My best guess is just stick to what you know. Sometimes when he's going for those quick deliveries, trying to throw guys off while changing up his windup and making mechanical changes, it hasn't worked out for him. Right now, he just needs to rely on his stuff.
And it's just the 3rd walk. Puts runners on 1st and 2nd. Ground ball gets him out of it. The North Stars defense has not turned a double play today.
Lumberjacks usually try to steal a base to keep that from even being a possibility.
Do you chance that here?
I think I'd test LaFerrier's arm, maybe once.
You don't have much time to play with. Heads up, 1-0. I don't think you take the chance here. I don't think you can afford an out. You only have 5. Outs are the priority now. Keep them at all costs. If you don't need to force it, don't. This one ripped to second base. It's going to be an inning double play. Both were off the bag by a mile, and the Lumberjacks come up empty in the 6th. We go to the 7th. 5-1 North Stars. The North Stars can see the light at the end of the tunnel. They lead this ball game by a 5-1 tally as they head to their potential last ups. First pitch swung on and missed by Eric Kelly. It's 0-1. Austin McKinney back out to the hill with his team desperately looking for another 0 on the board so they can try and mount one last comeback. The 0-1 to Kelly is downstairs 1-1. Eric Kelly a single in the first inning. Struck out looking in the third, or swinging rather, then walked in the 5th. 1-1 to him. Sawed-off grounder, takes a weird hop at the end. I'll give that a hit.
That was a hot shot to McCaskey. Came up and in on the elbow, the inside. Tried to block it with his body, but just skipped off right to the left of him.
With that hit, the North Stars have put a hit on the board in every inning except for the third when they went down in order on 3 strikeouts. That was against Jared Heilman, who has since left this ball game.
And it was this part of the order.
David Ryan looking to make noise with his last at-bat. Got the hat trick today, 3 strikeouts. First pitch into the air towards right center field. That's going to be in the alleyway and get down for a hit. Around to third base is Kelly. He gets the wave. The relay coming home from Bichelier. In time.
Veracruz got gunned down.
That was Taj Veracruz, courtesy running for Eric Kelly. I'm going to go as a double for David Ryan, but needed an extra 2 inches to get him home safely. Great relay. 8-4-2. Christian Gabriel now up.
Well, good for David Ryan. He found his swing.
Yeah, he needed that one. That felt good, but could have felt a little better. Tech on an RBI on top. Christian Gabriel 1 for 3. Double play last time up. He's been a part of 2 double plays. He was doubled off at first in the 4th. 1-0. 6, 7, 8 for the Lumberjacks when they come back to the plate. Again, they have 3 outs to play with. Want to know your count. Make it 1-1. Foul backwards. It's 1-2. There's a new second baseman in the ball game for the Lumberjacks. That's Elvis Farina. So it was not Bachelier on the relay. That was Elvis Farina. 1-2. Back with it. Cue shot right to the new guy. 2 down. Alex Light will try and add 1 to the 4-run lead. Alex Light went down looking last time around what he thought was a ball. He took 2 of them off the plate that were called a strike. So he felt a bit slighted, I got to imagine here. He's 0 for 3. One and 0.
Also, another few changes. Drake Bicknell is behind the plate now for the Jacks. Arthur Soto has moved from right field to third base. There's a new right fielder in the game.
Breaking ball sat on out of play. 1-1. Looks like they're going to send Connor Robinson out for the bottom of the 7th.
No one warming.
Yep. Nice stop by Bicknell. Just 3 hits for the Lumberjacks today. Who would have guessed that one?
Uncharacteristic.
At a bad time. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 11 hits for the North Stars. Who would have guessed that one?
Offense showed up.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Full count. You already got a gift in this inning. Austin McKinney wants 1 more if he can get out of this without allowing any more to score. Punched on the right side. Elvis Farina bobbles, scrambles, throw is late. E4. And he continues with runners on the corners. First error of the ball game. That might take out Austin McKinney, and it will. They're going to go down to the bullpen. We're going to get a bullpen change and get an arm into this one. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th. It's still 5-1 North Stars.
like he's putting zero effort into the game, but he's so thorough.
Kai Simons has been called in from left field to try and get the final out of the 7th. There's 2 away. And it'll be Dylan Baker he faces off with in relief of Austin McKinney. Baker 1 for 4 today with a single and a strikeout. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs after the E4. First pitch smoked and out of the reach of a diving Arthur Soto into left field. A run scores, and that just pads the lead and makes the hole through a little bit bigger. It's 6-1. Didn't waste any time. First to third there for Alex Light. That's an unearned run charged to Austin McKinney. Josh Payton over his head, 1-0. Anything further in this inning is unearned. North Stars, who's put up 2 runs in the first 2 innings that lasted through the 4th, have scored in 3 consecutive. Swing and a miss. Chased it. He knows it. 1-1. Vinny Michelier, by the way, moves from second to right field. One pitch. Runner goes with a big jump. Breaking ball. They're going to bluff the throw and throw it back to third. It skips in. Make a stop. Dylan Baker to second base.
Like he knew he had him, and he was like, "Oh, don't put this up."
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's the first stolen base of the day for the North Stars.
Wow. It is. Haven't needed it.
Has his body all the way turned and
It's just been base knock to base knock.
you seen the one where
1 and 2 the count here. Long pause from Kai Simons. He's making his 7th appearance of the year. On its way home. Got through to the backstop. Bring home another. And the inevitable becoming more of a reality. 2 runs across in the frame.
Oh, I think he was on his knees.
7-1.
Go back to the pitcher. He didn't even look for first base, and he
Goes a wild pitch. 2-2 the count on Josh Payton. Heads up. 3 runs charged to Austin McKinney. This is now the final line. 2 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, a hit batter, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Still 2-2 on Payton, who has not struck out today. Full count. That's going to take 1 heck of a bottom of the 7th now. Even for this Lumberjacks team. (3-2). Poked into shallow center. It'll be up for the shortstop, McCaskey. Lots of work to do for the Lumberjacks. The North Stars will send Connor Robinson back to the hill looking for the final 3 outs as they search to play tonight for the PSCL championship.
I can see like the teams that are still here watching. I think it's gonna be a team. Are you gonna watch?
The North Stars are 3 outs away from punching their ticket to a nightcap for the title. It'll be Vinny Bachelier to lead things off against the nearly untouchable Connor Robinson as we begin the last of the 7th. 7-1 North Stars. That's not the way you want to start. Hit the first guy he sees. First hit batter of the ball game.
Connor might be untouchable, but Vinny isn't.
Yeah. No harm, no foul. His offense has showed up today. Brings up Arthur Soto. RBI double his last time up. He's the only player for the Lumberjacks today on what is otherwise a scorching hot offense to bring home a run. Goes after the first one. Christian Gabriel camps. And there's one away. Feel it in the air. That's not humidity. That's the North Stars. 2 outs away from moving on. That'll be Elvis Farina, who came in defensively and took over at second base. First trip to the plate for him. They have a lefty ready to go in case Robinson can't complete the 7th. Looking for back-to-back CGs. Start him out with a strike, 0-1. Elvis Farina from St. Cloud Technology and Community College. What's up, Bachelier? He ain't going. No point. Another lazy fly ball to shallow right. It's going to stay on the infield. There's 2 gone. And the Lumberjacks down to their final out here in 2021.
Be Brad Halleck.
Gonna bat for Bailey Bordas. A lot of weight to put on his shoulders. Season on the line. In the dirt, 1-0. The North Stars have only played the Bombers once this season, and they lost 9-4 back on June 29th. That was on the other field. 1-0 for a strike. It's 1-1. Bordas went 0 for 2 today. Brad Halleck didn't have a ton of success this year. 4 hits and 23 tries. He'll bounce the next one on over to short. It's a do or die. Baker can't come up with it. That's a single for Halleck. Moves runners to first and second base to the top of the order. This is all you're hoping for. Get McCaskey to the plate.
Good things tend to happen.
Today has been rather quiet, just a single. Down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. That's back-to-back first pitch out of the zone. Look at just one more here. Reached out to left field. That's going to be playable. And reaching up to make the grab, the North Stars are headed to the championship round. They just flat out outplayed the Lumberjacks today and steal this victory in convincing fashion by a 7-1 final.
Bombers beware. The North Stars pitching has carried them throughout this season. They moved their way up throughout the standings. They started off at the lower end, all the way up to the 5 seed, and it's for a reason. Guys at the top end of the staff are just so convincingly determined. So many complete games, so many times where they're relentless, just going out there and earning out after out. Connor Robinson has done it twice against the #1 team in the league.
Just 4 hits allowed by Connor Robinson today. He gives up 1 run on those 4 hits. Strikes out 6, walks 3, hits 1, and goes the distance. That's now 14 innings pitched against the Lumberjacks, and he just pitched themselves into the playoffs when it thought was going to be the Lumberjacks' year. They get the early exit, just 1 step shy of the whole shebang. Final totals here in this ball game. 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors, and 9 left for the North Stars. For the Lumberjacks, 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error, and 6 left. The winning pitcher, of course, Connor Robinson. And the loss will be given to Jarrett Heilman. Ball game started at 11:53 and wrapped up at 2:03. Took us 2 hours and 10 minutes. Well, the stage is set tonight at 7:05 for all the marbles. It's Bombers taking on the North Stars for the title here in 2021. We'll be alongside for the ride with that one. Tickets available out at the ballpark. Don't forget, it's Kids Day Wednesday here at the ballpark. 12 and under get in for just $1. So bring out the whole family and see a dog pile as well. The stage is set. Bombers, North Stars, tonight at 7. Final score in this one, 7-1. Stars take down the almighty Lumberjacks for the 3rd time this year. For my partner, Sam Walters, and for all of us here at the Power Summer Collegiate League, I'm Steve Granato. We'll talk to you tonight